Hey y'all, what's up? So it's your boy EY. Let's talk about NFTs. NFTs exploded. Well, NFTs been around since 2013, so they're not really new. All right, let's cut to the chase. NFTs really are one of the leading markets for money laundering. So let's be honest. If I have $100,000 and I wanted to create my own NFT, I can, and I can sell the NFT to myself and do a what we call internal purchase. So I'm really buying, something that I already own. Okay, there's no really true capital gain or anything involved in that. So these NFTs, some of them fall in that category. So when you see online that an NFT went for hundreds of thousands of dollars or a couple $1 million, a lot of times it's just an internal buy and sell. And this form of manipulation also happens in the crypto market as well too, meaning that someone can take an address that has millions of dollars of Bitcoin in it, and they can execute sales in between another wallet that they own, and they can just trade back and forth, and it can show levels of volume to manipulate. So you can create strong selling pressures on the market to make it tank, where whales can manipulate that like that. You probably say, man, that sounds like really, really illegal. That's messed up. Yes, it is. And guess what? Wall Street do the same thing. So it's nothing new under the sun. Now let's get down to it. A lot of you looking at these crypto punks, gorillas, monkeys, all that stuff. If that's what you love, then go ahead. People who really understand the game, the NFT is actually a key. A key to what, you may ask? Great question. A key to value. It's an access key to get you to something of value, okay? So if you buy an NFT, it should lead to something else. I'll give you an example. Music. Music is phenomenal. It's in every culture. It's a universal language. Look what Michael Jackson was able to do. My children wasn't even born, all right? Yet they know about Michael Jackson. I didn't even have to teach them. That's how iconic Michael Jackson is. Back in the 80s and 90s, cassette tapes went anywhere from maybe $13 on up to $20 if you had CDs, okay? Do you mean to tell me, and we're just gonna use $20 as a flat number, do you think that Michael Jackson is worth more than $20 a CD? Of course. You got people out here that take a bucket of paint, throw it on a wall, sell the art for $3 million. How's it that one piece of art goes for 20? It's because someone else values it at that price. The market determines the value. So if Michael Jackson was alive today, he would realize his true worth, and he'd say, you know what? I'm going to do an NFT, and I'm going to create a unique set of songs, which is still an album, but it's only going to be exclusive to those who really, truly appreciate me. And you know what? I'm going to sell each song for $1,000. And you can get the whole album for, let's say, $8,000. You get 10 songs for $8,000. You listen to this, you'll say, you're a fool. I never pay that much for no album. You know why you say that? Because you don't appreciate the art of what musicians have done for us in the society, okay? Somebody can pay $20,000 for a goddamn coat, some shoes, $5,000 for shoes. It's all kind of stuff out there that people are paying big money from. But the whole entire culture has not been impacted by that. Yes, your Jordans, they look good, your Gucci's and all the other stuff, or your Yeezys, Yeah, that's for you. But when you play an iconic song and it gets people up out their seat, come on, bro. Think about that. That's powerful. Yeah, there will be somebody out there who would pay $1,000 to have a song that it was exclusively, really, truly made for the true fan. MJ would make a killing. He was already against the labels taking advantage of the artist. Prince, same thing. They would love it that they could get in the studio, create a song, put it on a digital format, lock it on a blockchain, okay? And then they tell their fans, listen, you could buy this for me for $2,000. But you know what? You can make money with me. I'm gonna give you 20% royalty. So next time you sell it, and I'm just gonna use simple math so it'll make it easy on me while I'm doing this video. We're just gonna reduce it to $1,000 that the album costs. Now you have it. Nobody else in the world has it. Maybe it's 1,000 units was made. So 1,000 times 1,000 is 1,000,000. Okay? So $1 million made. You have it. You, after listening to it, you can sell it. And then MJ says, okay, you owe me 20%. You don't have to pay the 20%. It's built in a smart contract on the blockchain. So when you shift ownership to the next person, you get $200. If you sell it for $1,000, MJ gets $800. Watch this. People are going to be lining up to what? Listen to the album. They want the album. So what happens is royalties is baked in, and the first movers who invested in MJ and was able to get it, they forever have a locked in percentage too. It's sort of like a MLM, but it's not a forever thing. And it depends on how you write the contract. The contract may say you can only go 2 levels or 3 levels. And after that, there's no more royalty, okay? Which means is that MJ, the first person, the second person, third person, there's 4 levels. They will all make money on the perpetual sales. But anybody after that, they don't. You're just buying it premium at that point. But that's just one version of contracts, okay? I'm showing you the power of this technology and what's coming. You have to respect music or entertainers. We go to the movies, we pay, well, back in the day, like $5 at a matinee. And now you're gonna do anywhere probably, maybe $10, $15, depends on where you're at now, right? If you look at some of the most iconic movies in the world, come on, man. We've paid more for experience that, I give you an example, Ruth's Chris. Man, they dubbed as having one of the best steaks. For me, it's all right, okay? Me and my wife went there, spent about at least over $100-something, okay? So I spent $100 on that. But if somebody tell me that, hey man, Steven Spielberg is making this movie, but he only making it exclusive for a few people, it's gonna cost you $100 a ticket. Will I buy it? Hell yeah, I'll buy it. Because I'm a Steven Spielberg fan. Okay? This is where we're going. The NFTs is gonna reveal who are the true fans. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. And you keep it moving. And what these creators gonna say is, it ain't for you. Come up with the money and respect my hustle. Respect my craft. And as you respect their craft, you will start getting certain access to them. Okay? And it's okay. That's what this game is going to. Now I'm gonna end this with a little bit of free game. You a cook? You got a special recipe? Put it on the blockchain. Create an NFT attached with it. What does the NFT do? What we talked about? It gives you access. Access to what? Access to that recipe. It's exclusive. Only a few people in the world will have that recipe. What if you charge $3,000 and you only got 500 copies? Will it sell? Yes. Why? Because people like exclusive stuff. And it's niche focus. NFTs are not going to be the market for everyone. It's not catered to everyone. If you don't like it, don't do it. I ain't buying on Yeezys. I think they're one of the ugliest shoes in the world. Kanye don't care what I think. I'm not his target market or audience. That's it. Now, you got a book with a unique story arc. You could do what? You could create a limited amount of what? Copies, lock it on the blockchain, give them access, and then those who buy those maybe can get certain access to exclusive blogging content. They can get access to exclusive signings, maybe apparel. It's a whole lot of things, guys. Essentially, whatever you're great at, you can do. The dumbest ideas are some of the best. They got, like I told y'all before, they got women out here farting in a jar and selling it online. Folks out there buying it. Once again, somebody approved for Sharknado to be made. Somebody literally was in a boardroom, came up with the idea, and somebody greenlighted, and they produced it. And guess what? They got a cult following. B-movies are a genre that a lot of people like. My mother liked B-movies. Every now and then I would walk in the room and she'd be looking at it. I'm like, Mom, what the hell is you watching? What is this? She'd be like, man, I just love it. I don't know. It's crazy. And I get to looking and I'm like, man, this stuff is pretty good. It's cheesy, but it's funny. It's good. Like, that's the audience. Okay? So somebody out there can create NFTs, exclusive access to like B-type movies. So you can't knock other people's hustle. I told you, man, them Yeezys, they ugly to me, all right? Okay. But I'm not his audience. So we can have our opinions, but I'm not gonna knock anybody's hustle. So if you got an idea and somebody says dumb, do it. Because once again, somebody gave the green light for Sharknado. All right, y'all have a good one.